Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy D Shrimp, everybody's favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we go be in Chicago and we go be in LA, y'all. We just gonna be cruising through these YouTube streets, man. So hit that like button, y'all, subscribe to the channel, man, and let's jump right into it, right? Now I wanna start with DJ Vlad, y'all. And this guy called Aaron the plumber, right? Some of these YouTubers and hosts and the people that they're interviewing, they're getting so petty to the point where they just can't even see the eye to eye. I mean, they starting to hear about money somebody else making, and they want that. Now, if you not like Charleston White, where you getting the big numbers, you got to take what they give you. If you at 2,000 right here and you do a video and it does well, next time you come back to the platform, you might can get 3. But you got to start somewhere. Stop pocket watching, worrying about what somebody else get paid. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with your business. You deal with what you getting paid. Just because you see him making this over here don't mean you should make it. So Vlad TV wanted to interview this guy named Aaron the plumber, right? So I guess Aaron really was a plumber, and then he started YouTube and started getting bigger or whatever, right? I don't really know the backstory on him like that. But anyway, he was significant enough where Vlad wanted to interview him, right? So they pays for the ticket, the air flight, and everything, and they get there, boom. He gets there, brother. Somebody done stole Aaron the plumber luggage. Now, if you ask me, they both at fault. Aaron calls. He called DJ Vlad and say, hey, man, these people, man, they done stole my luggage, man. Damn, man, they stole my luggage. And Vlad like, okay, well, damn, are you still gonna make it to the video shoot? I mean, I got the production team here, you know, the cameras and light, everything set up. Or are we gonna have to pay the driver an extra hour for you? And then plumber, what? You ain't even worried about my clothes. No, he not, nigga. He worried about the production team that he got on standby waiting on you. You could have been like, hey, man, they stole my suitcase, bro. But I'ma just stop by the store, grab some shit to wear, and maybe by the time you get ready to fly out of there, they might have been found your bag, or whoever stole it, you'll probably get the bag back. Unless it was some shit in there really valuable, that shouldn't have stopped you from going to no interview. That's just my opinion. If Vlad them flew me somewhere and they stole my luggage, long as I got money on my card in my pocket, I'd call that, damn, man, these motherfuckers stole my thing, man. I ain't got nothing to wear. I'm still on my way, though, man. I'm finna grab something to wear, and then we go come do the video. And then, once y'all did the video, he might would have broke you off a few dollars. But DJ Vlad looking at it, he lost money on that. So he hurt. Because he like, man, I paid all this money and this nigga didn't come because they lost his suitcase. And then he goes on live. Aaron the plumber goes on live, and you can see he outside signing autographs with other people and all that. So you ain't got no clothes, but you can sign autograph for all these people, but you can't come and do the job you was actually paid for. And the way Aaron described it, he didn't respect the dollar amount. Technically, he said, man, I was doing this free. You was only gonna give me 2,000, man. I got money, and you know, people kill me when they say this to y'all. Man, I got money that can go back to you. I can send that back. Well, send it back then. You know, talk is cheap, except on YouTube. You get paid for talking then. That's different. You know, but you know what I mean? If you really go make a point, stand on it. Man, you know what, Vlad? Fuck you, that little money. I'm finna send you that back right now. I'm going to deduct something for my luggage, though, whatever the situation. it shouldn't have started to a little semi-beef, y'all, because, look, I keep almost saying how DJ Vlad felt betrayed. So what he do, technically, now he's a culture vulture. Black folks love making his money, but then when they get upset with him, they call him a culture vulture. Even if he's a culture vulture, he helped move the culture forward a little bit in this YouTube game. So you got to give him respect for that. You know what I mean? You got to give him respect for that, because it's a lot of us eating off these platforms that they help push, you know, until it's getting big enough for everybody. So DJ Vlad upset. He called the other culture vulture, Adam22. And you know Adam is messy than a motherfucker. He loved drama, or should they say content. You know what I mean? That's the favorite word now for being an asshole, being messy. Oh, it's content. Well, don't let that content get your ass killed out here playing with people's names and reputation, right? So Adam22 calls Wack. Put him in on. I don't know why y'all think Wack is the biggest gangster or biggest pyro and he could check everybody. Just because he try to overtalk a nigga. I mean, look, you don't scare nobody with that shit, Wack. You go fuck around and get knocked out. Woofing. All them damn, that woofing. If I ain't seen no action, I'm tired of hearing you trying to bully a motherfucker on the air. Some people ain't good at arguing. You might be one of them people that is good at arguing. I'm not. Because I'm not going back and forth with you. If I feel our conversation get heated too much, I'm going to still on you sooner or later. Bitch, what you... Man, I'm tired of you talking, nigga. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You know, take all that bass out your voice, nigga. Kick rocks, nigga. So what Wack do? Call Aaron the plumber. And Aaron want to know who the fuck gave you my number, man. I got a new phone. I shouldn't have to pick it up to argue with no motherfucker who's defending two white boys. You feel me? Aaron the plumber didn't like that shit. Somehow, now the white boys was under the impression that Wack finna save them. Oh, we got some paperwork finna come out. That's Wack excuse on everything. Oh, we got some paperwork finna come out, man. Oh, his days as a tough guy. Oh, look, y'all ain't realized this is a new generation. These young boys don't give a fuck about a nigga snitching. That's what half of them go do when they get there. They don't give a fuck. You can't fuck nobody's reputation up by saying, you know, it might be frowned upon, but it ain't gonna stop him from making no damn money. And then people on the street say Aaron the plumber never claimed to be a tough guy or gangster. He is a plumber. He attached that to his name. That's about authentic as you can get. I am Aaron the plumber. You might remember me for fixing your pipes, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm a plumber. My name is Aaron and I do YouTube. I am Aaron the plumber. So what kind of reputation are you gonna mess up by putting some black and white out? And this is what they say happened, right? He got shot. And he told the police who shot him. Obviously he knew who it was, right? If a nigga got a regular job and he's a civilian, you not involved in no gang, you can tell the police what you want to tell them. You know, niggas in the street, we don't snitch on each other and tell the police because we be planning get back and revenge, so we keep it in the street. But if you not a street nigga and a nigga shoot you, you can tell them who shot you. You can tell them who shot you. Hey, fuck you up being loyal to a nigga who just shot you. And you supposed to say, that's the nigga stay on my baby mama block shot me. Fuck he shoot me for? For whatever reason it is. They trying to use that, right? So Wack and Adam22 was doing a podcast. And they don't know that Aaron and Wack had come to a conclusion where they was go squashing. And they got a deal coming up where it's finna be like a celebrity boxing match. But they didn't tell Adam22. Now DJ Vlad probably got some of the, yeah, he like, fuck it. We'll see what happened. Wack finna make a little money. But they didn't tell Adam22. Adam22 and Wack on the platform, and he hyped. Yeah, so let's get to the paperwork. You said you had paperwork on Aaron the plumber, and such. Wack said, I don't know what you're talking about. He like, what? Y'all doing DJ Vlad said y'all had it set up, y'all had the paperwork, and dude like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Adam like, what? Wait a minute, what you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? We've been doing this all week. We had this set up. We go lay the paperwork out about Aaron the plumber. Wack flipped the script on me, I don't know. Then he went on to say, well, we got some business coming up. We go do and woo. But he didn't give too much information, right? So everybody looking like, damn, well, what's going on? Adam can't even tell when he been betrayed. He can't even tell. And Adam, your platform has always been messy. You trying to get content. But it's starting to go down the drain with all that extra bullshit. All that extra bullshit. People getting locked up over there. People wanting to fight. Now you got Crips pulling up there talking about you banned from LA. Yeah, I like to see that. You banned from LA and all that. I'm like, it's just messy. The feds probably outside your spot now just recording. Just record. We go catch these niggas doing something. I know they hoping that they can pull you into some of that break baby shit, but technically you ain't done nothing wrong but hire some damn gangbangers that wasn't thinking correctly. You done got them so used to doing content, you ain't taught them how not to incriminate themselves. You know what I mean? That's why I don't have a lot of guests on here. You know, I can have all my little modes. I got a bunch of them all over the city. I can sit down with them and be doing interviews. I did one in Foster Park. Not Foster Park, I think Motown. I was demonstrating with some guys, and it was a good interview, y'all. But I said, damn, that was a good interview, but too bad we can't use this. Why, gee, what's going on? Because we just incriminated ourselves. Not me. He. But what he was breaking it down and saying how our shit worked, that's organized crime, y'all. That's conspiracy. I told him, I said, that what you just described is conspiracy. That's the shit we was doing is what you could say they was trying to get on Young Thug. I said, no, you can't let people know your shit organized like that. They gonna be looking at, oh, this the boss, this the G, this such. Ooh. It's just too much information that shouldn't be on the internet. And if you ain't wise or seasoned enough to know that, give them a little bit and not too much, you can get yourself in trouble. You know, I know Break Baby and Loose Cannon like, damn. Loose Cannon come on there, he called himself spilling the tea. So he talking about Big U, and guess who right there leading them on? Wack100. Wack and Brick Baby never got along. And Brick wasn't fucking with them. They talk about each other. I find it hard to believe how two motherfuckers that got beef with each other can work at the same place and ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? If I know you work on Wednesdays and you be talking about me, and then I come to work Tuesday, Thursday, whatever, I'm going to come on one of your fucking days and we go get right to the bottom of that shit. Otherwise, we going to stop talking about it. Unless you talk to me and we doing this to boost ratings, okay, I can have that understanding. But you can't keep coming on TV disrespecting me, trying to make me look like no buster, bro. That just ain't cool. You know, so we see what's going on out there in a little bit, but I think they need to just step back and start doing some new thing. Adam trying a lot of new hosts and people and just got them going on out there, and ain't none of it been entertaining lately. None of it. It's just messy, like a bunch of grown-ass men just gossiping. You know, talking about each other, and then you got the other guy, usual suspect. When he on there, he want to fight everybody that's on the couch. But they ain't had damn motherfucking fight. He just so hype and this and that. I don't know who the fuck told him he was a big gangster like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I don't believe in burning no bridges. And if I went out there, we go talk like men. We not gonna be all that back and forth hollering and screaming at me. Because I better knock the motherfucker out for real, bruh. I'm not gonna play about my respect, bruh. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be taking no low blow jokes and this and all that extra shit, bruh. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. You know. Now let's go on to Chicago, y'all. Man, it's been a rough week over here at Midway Airport, y'all. A car ran into the wall, y'all, and knocked a hole in the damn wall. Now, the wall, if you've been over to Midway Airport, you know you coming across, I forgot what street that is, it's a big-ass wall because it's blocking the street from a runway. So when the planes take off, they come toward that wall, but they be lifted up before they hit the wall. They just fly right over the wall. I remember a plane slid off of the damn runway, y'all. I never forget this, slid off the runway and smashed the car that was coming up the street. Killed the little 3-year-old little baby, and I was being messy that day. I said, damn, this ugly ass little baby. You know they had the picture up there, so shit. He's about 3. I'm like, yeah, dude, shit, Lord, send him a new baby anyway. Hell, you know, but I was just talking shit, y'all. You know, being an asshole that day. Because I'm like, damn, that's not a good looking picture they had of him up there, you know. So I was just being funny. I didn't mean no disrespect or nothing like that, right? But that happened. Now somebody just hit the same wall, knocked it out again. And I'm like, damn, y'all better put some more strength on this wall. I can see the plane pushing through the wall and knocking it down. But what about this car? A car did this? Damn. And then while I was looking at that story, y'all, damn, I hope I don't lose it. I was looking at that story. It's another one popped up, y'all. This lady driving her car and it caught on fire. This happened to me, y'all. I had one of my cars, right? I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I had one of my cars and it just skipped and everything. So this lady pulls up in her car, y'all, and she stopped in the middle of the intersection, and you can see smoke coming out her hood. This white smoke is coming out. She gets out the car and walk away. She must have been on the phone with 911 because in the amount of time of her walking away to the smoke coming up, then it burst into flame really quick, especially when she opened that door. It stopped burning up. 2 minutes later, you see the fire trucks pull up and they spray it down with the hose. They spray it down with the hose. I'm like, wow. She was really on her P's and Q's and paying attention. You know, I don't know if the car was running hot or something and she ignored something, but when she think that smoke, she probably started smelling it first. You know, through the radiator, she probably started smelling it through the vents. She knew something was wrong. Plus, it probably was losing power, you know. But I had a similar situation happen to me like that. I just got my car out the shop. I got rims and shit on it, y'all. I gets in the car, I'm gonna take it for a spin. I'm riding, flexing, right? A car coming on the other way. Bitch trying, I'm like, damn, I just got the car. Look, the bitch, she all on my dick. You know, she trying to tell me, your motherfucking car on fire. Because smoke was coming out the hood and shit. But I hadn't seen it yet. But they could see it coming past me like, damn, that's found to that. They trying to tell me that the car's on fire. You know, by the time I start smelling it and looking, I'm like, damn. You know, I pulled it over and I get out. And I walked back a little bit, right? I'm like, okay. I called the fire department. Listen, they was like 2 blocks down from me. It took them for almost 15 minutes to get there. The police got there quick, right? So I gets in the back of the police car, and he writing it up, and he looking. The motherfucker got so big, the police like, and backed up off the damn car, y'all, because he like, this motherfucker might explode, right? So, we talking, and he like, damn, so what you gonna do, leave it here? I'm like, yeah, told Tucker get it, we'll take care of that. I just got to go home. He like, where you stay at? I told him my address. He said, okay, I'll drop you off. This motherfucker police knew me, y'all. I be telling y'all, I done had a lot of dealing with the police, and my reputation was heavy in the street. This motherfucker officer pulled up on the side of my house and had the nerve to ask me, do I know Shrimp? I said, yeah, I know Shrimp. He stay in that building right there. Now, we on the side of my house, but I'm pointing to another building. I said, yeah, he stay right there. And he go tell me, yeah, I heard they got infrared beams in this house. He talking about my house. I'm like, yeah, Shrimp house? Yeah, it's right there. You know, he like, yeah, okay. The next day, he see a lady police that I knew. And he said, yeah, you know, your car burnt up yesterday. She said, yeah. He like, yeah, I took him home. She said, I asked him, did he know Shrimp? He told me Shrimp was staying in that other building. I want you to tell him I knew he was Shrimp. And shit was so funny when she pulled up and told me. I said, I knew that motherfucker knew me, asking me questions about me. I don't know shit. Yeah, I know the nigga, he stay over there. And can't lie and say, if I stay right here in this Shrimp territory, I got to know this nigga. So I'm giving them the spin. Yeah, Shrimp stay right there. Yeah, they said they got infrared beams. Yeah, it might be right there, but not here. This is where I stay. That motherfucker like, tell that nigga I knew he was Shrimp. And I didn't even think about it then, that he probably had ran my name and it told him I was Shrimp. You know what I mean? It could see on there. And when you got them gang files, it tell them, you know, it said officer alert. It flashes red, right? And it said this suspect is a well-known gang member, and they give them a heads up. And at the end, it said, do not arrest based off this information. But they just letting the officer know, don't snooze with this motherfucker. Watch him, because he might be dangerous, you know. And they put that type of shit in your file. And when the police stop you and they see that, they be impressed. Someone be like, wow. Because I done talk so intelligent to the damn lady. You a gangbanger? I'm like, yeah. He said, wow. I'm like, well, sir, you don't strike me as the type. Because I wasn't using street slang. Like, damn, man, I'm voting gray, man. Why you stop me, man? Yeah, man. Oh, God, I don't like this shit. Man, on 4th grade, I don't like that shit. I never talked like that, bro. But they kept looking. He like, oh, I see why you don't talk like you one of the higher ranking ones. Yeah, the motherfuckers got some sense, y'all. You know, a lot of people don't know about Chicago. It's wild and a lot of shit, though. But some of these young boys do. They shit on their own, but a lot of time they have to get permission to do certain things, right? All y'all see is the green lights when nigga mashing on people. You don't know how many times we done told these niggas no. Some of these boys, when they want to get their reputation, they will ask you to kill somebody every day. And you be like, you can't shoot him, bro. That's the mailman. You know what I mean? Dumbass shit. It's the mailman, bro. You can't shoot the mailman. I let you kill him tomorrow. Not the mailman. I'm just speaking into somebody else. You know? I said I'll let you do it tomorrow. Next day, did you know this motherfucker was back? Wanted to know, can he get permission just to shoot somebody? I'm like, no, nigga. When it's time for you to get busy, I'm going to let you get busy. But right now, I'm getting this money. Let me get it. Y'all just out here on the block. I'm making money on the block. And y'all got to keep me going so I can make sure y'all got what y'all need to even fight a fucking war. So stop worrying about shooting at people that it's not important. When it's time to get out, I'm going to let you get out. Now, the other day I had did this story, right? This guy comes around, one of our old friends, old head, right? He was crazy than a motherfucker. He's still crazy than a motherfucker. He come over here, this nigga got 10 suitcases. Man, Joe, I'm homeless now, man. I done got put out, man. I'm like, what you brought all that shit over here for, bro? You can't stay here. You know, I can't deal with you all day. You know, because he one of them niggas stay turned up, he'd be drinking. Yes, sir, my brother. Woohoo! Nice Lord. Almighty, man. Almighty. Bro, we grown as hell, bro. We ain't still throwing up gang signs and shit. You know, you might see me with my hat to the left. That's about it. But, bro, come on, man. If I'm 54, this motherfucker got to be 60 or close to, because he was way older than us. And me and his brother ran together when we was younger, right? So my nigga I ran with, Lil Pee-wee, he had them guys as his older brother. I'll never forget this when we was young. When we would get into some static and we had some older people would get in it, we could go get his big brother. And, you know, they would help us put work in and do a little things, right? I remember we got into it one time. We been got his brother, Sino. And we chased the niggas down, caught him, and the nigga was trying to jump a gate. Man, his brother had that bat, and he hopped with it 1, 2 times. Whoop, whoop, and cracked that motherfucker across dude's back. Oh, I thought he had killed him. 20 years passed, and now this OG getting assistance from us, because we done grown up now. And, you know, he had an altercation, this gangster, with some niggas trying to tell him where he can't serve at. But they didn't know he was a gangster too. So he called me, and all us go down there to demonstrate. And I'm like, who was around here trying to tell you what to do? So we sent for the niggas, they come around. And I'm like, hey, bro, this is my uncle, bro. You know, I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all can't make him sit down, man. This shit, he ain't cool, bro. Because we come down here, man, this shit go get messy for nothing. And anyway, he one of y'all guys. Can he pay some dues or something to work over here? He got his own clientele. So they like, yeah, well, we can holler at folks. I said, well, go talk to somebody, man. But I need the official guy. Because he go only pay one motherfucker just so y'all can leave him alone, and that's it. They went, got the cat, and he like, man, how much? He like, man, it ain't much. He like, man, what it is? He like, man, you can give me $100 a month. My man went in his pocket. That's for 2 months right there. Leave me alone. And dude like, all right. And they left him the fuck alone. See, a lot of times the older guys, us, we learn how to solve problems without having to shoot a person. You know, you got to be a thinker. That's why everybody ain't no journal. You know, I always had a way with words and communicated with people better. And my man used to say that all the time. Gee, when you start talking, you make everybody see shit your way. Because it be the right way, bro. Normally, it be the right way. Now, back to this guy, right? His brother, the guy who came over here with the 10 bags, his name is Noki, Luciano, we call him. This motherfucker was crazy all his life, y'all. All his life. I remember one time, he go and he go shoot him somebody, y'all. He go on the drill. But he's so dramatic, y'all. This nigga walk up on the guy. He got a trench coat on and up the sawed-off shotgun, right? He got that dude head. You know what he tell the dude? How it feel to know you finna die? Man, listen. When I tell you this nigga fainted, y'all, the nigga like, and my man shot, boom! Buckshots went all over the nigga head. Didn't touch him at all. It was 3 people with him. They took off. And dude ran everywhere he ran, right? And they came back and got their boy. And I'm like, I'm laughing so hard like this motherfucker. I'm so glad that didn't happen because I walked right out there and I'm like, what's going on? Man, he finna go over there and do what? Do what? He finna do, y'all gave him the thing? Why y'all give it to him? You know, but you always have other people around want to see some shit, you know. But I'm like, ooh, I'm so glad that nigga fainted, you know, because he'd have been out of here, right? And like I said, when I tell you this guy It's mentally crazy, y'all. That motherfucker was crazy. Yesterday, well, that was the day before, I had some film of him. I was watching him act a fool, and the radio came on, so I couldn't use it. But it reminded me of a story how he went to jail, y'all. This guy, I can say he crazy. He grabbed a woman and he go take it. He go take it. He must have been talking to her. She must have realized his IQ level was low, right? And she like, oh, this feel good. Oh. After she getting over the initial shock is happening, she realized this motherfucker ain't too bright. And she like, we can do this again. She like, could you give me your phone number and address? Yeah, baby. Would you believe that crazy motherfucker wrote down his phone number and address? Well, listen, when I tell you the motherfucking police came back, I didn't see that motherfucker for 15 damn years, man. 15 years. Now, I don't know what type of money he coming to while he was in jail. He come home and had a little money, maybe 15 years. He might have saved up all his state pay. I don't know. But look, he knew how to drive, but I had to teach him on the few rules, right? You know how you can pull up at a red light and you can make a right going this way. So we get to a red light. I said, you can turn on red, making it right. We ride and we get to the middle lane, y'all. This motherfucker turns on red again. I'm like, oh, what you doing? You just said I could turn on red, brother. Not in the middle lane, man. This just over there. Let me get the fuck out this car. I'm talking about he's like a kid sometime, man. I took him to the hotel, y'all, for him to take him a shower or whatever, because I told you he'd come up here and he was talking about he was homeless. So I'm getting him checked in. He fucking with the lady. The lady wasn't even that cute. How you doing, gorgeous? Yeah, what's your name? And yeah, baby girl, she look good. I'm like, give her your fucking ID, man. This bitch, I ain't look that good. I didn't say that to her. This is what I'm thinking. Give her the bitch the ID, man. And pay the money, man. And he did the same thing in the store. He was flirting with one of the little girls, and she listening. She like, you need to meet my mama. Because I guess she was trying to give him the hint, you too old for me. You can meet my mama. And then he talking to her. All right, sweetheart, baby girl. But he's so close on her. I want to say, man, give the bitch some space, bruh. You still seem perverted to me. Because, I'm like, and I'm talking about the way he flirted with the lady at the damn window checking in. I got so mad. I'm like, bruh, hurry the fuck up. Because you're slowing our day up. We had to stop. We had to bring you to the hotel. When we get to the hotel, oh my God, brother, oh my God. I said, what's up? I left my phone. We 1 block away from the hotel. That we done drove 15 blocks. We done drove from the 70s to 95th, which is where we was going. We was on 94th Street when he realized he left his phone. I'm like, woosah. Just turn around. My nephew like, I got him out. Don't trip, because he see me getting upset. He like, I got it out. We straight. Don't worry about it. I got it. Because I'm finna say, you motherfucker. It seems like some people do shit on purpose, especially when they really don't want to do something. A person can talk about, yeah, I'm going to go to the crib, man. I'm going to leave at 8 o'clock. Then before you know it, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'm going to get there by 11. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. No, fuck no. You finna leave now, nigga. You finna leave now. You not finna spuds up no more of my time. Period. Because sometimes people, you can look at them and you say, I can tell why you having problems. People like, why? Because you're a fucking idiot. That's why. But God didn't bless him with knowledge, y'all. Ever since I know him, he didn't have no knowledge That's why we have to handle him a certain type of way. You feel me? But anyway, man, it's your boy G Shrimp. Everybody favorite baby daddy wants the street, man. I'm gonna punch you now and dig you later, man. Hit that like button. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel and join that membership, y'all. I ain't seen a lot of people in there because I don't never say it. Join that membership. It only costs $2, y'all, to join the membership, because they be sending me emails about this, like you gonna have to do some members only videos. You know what I mean? But I got to get so many members and things like that. But they remind you of certain things you need to have done while you being a YouTuber. And then I told you I got the other channel that I started, Brotherville Entertainment. It's 073, y'all. That's because we from 73rd Street, man. If you want to know, that's why. You know, Brotherville Entertainment 073. Subscribe to that. One of my subscribers was trying to do it the other day, and she said she couldn't find it. I went on there, I couldn't find it either. Then I'm like, damn, I found the page. I'm like, oh, I didn't put the 073 up there. That's why she wasn't able to find it. You know what I mean? So you got to put the 073 in there at the end. You know. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp, man. Everybody favorite baby daddy divorce the street. I'm out of here.